tricky style.
What's up? It's Coach Chazz here, and I'm gonna hit you with a badass breakdown. This is Canelo Alvarez's knockout of Amir Khan. Now, some of y'all have already seen this, and maybe you might even seen a breakdown, but I'm gonna show you a little bit more detail that you might not have saw anywhere else and show you how to avoid having what happened to Amir Khan happen to you. All right? Now, everybody knows Amir Khan is somewhat known for having a glass jaw. We talking. Now, he's a good fighter, great fighter, really got a lot of speed, but he's been put to sleep a few times, and once that happens, the word is kind of out on you that you got a glass jaw. But that does not take away from what Canelo Alvarez did here in this fight. And it looks really simple, but he did a lot of things that are somewhat complex. Some of the subtle stuff that he did and some of the mistakes that Amir Khan made that Canelo was able to capitalize on are really important going forward for some of you young fighters, guys who are learning the game, guys figuring out, what you should do going forward and how you should be the best fighter you can be. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and break this down. What you'll see is Amir Khan is throwing what I generally call a fake jab. What is a fake jab? A fake jab is the opposite of a real jab. A real jab is designed to actually touch somebody. Even if you're only touching their hands, even if you're only punching their chest, even if you're only punching their shoulder, you're hitting something and you're often dislodging the person, knocking them off balance or occupying them. What Amir is doing is he's throwing a jab out there that's just designed to try to find range and distance, not really necessarily trying to touch Canelo with it. There's a lot of danger in this. Just like you're using your jab to find range and distance so that you can land the right hand or you can start landing a couple speedy combinations, the other person, your opponent, can also be using the fact that you're missing your jab, not touching him with it, to find your range and connect with your rhythm and distance. So that's what Canelo did in this situation. Canelo was very calm, and he used Amir Khan's jab in order to find distance and find his rhythm. Amir Khan basically gave that up by just throwing basically the same rhythm. Even though he only got a couple jabs off, the rhythm stayed the same. He didn't touch Canelo with it, and because of Canelo's ability to stay calm and ability to know exactly what his game plan was, he capitalized super quick. Now here's something else that may go unnoticed. As you can see, while Amir Khan is moving, Canelo found the spot. And this is what I look at. Proximity is all about the hands. That means that if somebody's hands are in front of you, they can hit you at any time. That's the closest they can possibly be to you. I don't really care about distance. It's about where their hands are in relationship to you. So if their hands are off to the side, like if my hands are pointed this way, that means I have to turn all the way around to be able to hit you. You see what I'm saying? There's no way if my hands are this way that I could immediately just punch you. I can't. What can I do? I'm reaching all the way across my body. I got to turn to you at some point. So what Canelo was able to do is, even though Amir Khan seemed to be like he was creating the distance and he was creating the angle, Canelo was smart enough to time exactly where Amir was going to be next, and he stayed in place. You'll see he's moving with Amir initially. Then once Amir starts to make his circle, Canelo sees where he has Amir Khan's face turned. He says, okay, look, I'm going to keep moving with you so I can get you to turn this way. And as soon as Amir Khan turns to where his hands are facing away from Canelo and his face is also away from Canelo, that gives Canelo the platform to land that right hand. If you'll notice what Canelo does whenever he's boxing, whenever he's on defense, he's going to keep his face pointed to the guy. The reason why is if I hit you dead on and your face is looking right at me and your chin's tucked into your chest, I might hit you in the forehead, I might hit you dead on in the face, but since you're locked in, it's not going to be able to knock you down or knock you out. But if your face turns, that gives a platform. See that? Boom, that's going to turn your chin most likely, put you to sleep. That's going to make it where I can hit you in the temple put you to sleep. Hit you on the top of the head, boom, night-night. Either one of those, you're probably going down or you're going out. Maybe you have amazing recuperative powers and you get up, but if not, you know, it's gonna be like that. You won't even remember you were fighting. So that's what happens here. Canelo does an amazing job of understanding distance, understanding the angle. He lets Amir Khan create the angle for him. Lightning strike, boom. He throws the correct right hand for that situation. You notice he throws kind of like a half overhand, half straight right in that situation, which is something that only guys who got good experience and really understand the punches that they're throwing, they're the only ones that usually get that nuance of, hey, this is exactly where my hand placement should be with this particular punch. He was able to do that. That's why he was able to put Amir Khan to sleep with that shot. Most guys will go out on that. That isn't just because Amir Khan has a glass jaw. Most guys will go down or out on that shot. All right, if y'all got any other fights y'all want me to break down, send me the link. It's your man, Coach Chazz. Once again, make sure you like and subscribe and share these videos with some young up-and-comers. Peace.